Ladies and gentlemen, assuming they can hear me out there, the McCombs School of Business Texas MSBA class of 2016. Please be seated. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2016. A special welcome to family and friends of the graduating class who've come from various parts of the globe to celebrate this occasion. We know for a fact that we've got people from Singapore and Taiwan and India, and that's wonderful. We appreciate you making that long trip. Each year I've had the honor to say to the graduates that they're a very special group and that they've set a very high bar for every future batch. Today you've reset that bar as our third graduating class, and you've done it even higher in all dimensions: GMAT scores, GPA, employment, starting salaries. But beyond those tangible and objective measures, you've also set the bar high for a number of other areas, such as collegiality, teamwork, classroom effort, timeliness. Oh, no. And as we learned last October, you are not at all shy about letting us know when there are aspects of the program that you feel could be improved. Thanks for that. And I'm sincere when I say thanks for that. That was, I really do appreciate it. You've been a terrific group of people to work with and to get to know, and we'll miss having you around every day. Especially important, though, is that you have set a very high bar for other competing programs across the world. Numerous analytics programs have followed our program's example and our curriculum, and several more will be competing with us soon. We've had the opportunity to share our proposal and curriculum with many of these schools, and we want to live by the adage that competition is good. So thanks to you all, we look even better than we did when we started out. This group accomplished a great deal in just a few months. An MSBA team won the USAA Hackathon in the fall. We had a team present the results of their capstone data analysis at the Retail Industry Leaders Association National Conference in April. And teams worked on capstone projects that had significant business impact in the airline, electronics and software, healthcare, and commercial real estate industries. You've shown evidence that you learned in the classroom a number of key concepts, and you've been able to apply those concepts in real business environments. Our expectations for you were very high as you joined our program, and you've met those expectations and caused us to set new ones for your coming success. We can't wait to see what the future holds for you. We can look back with great satisfaction on the creation of this very successful program almost 5 years ago now. I'd like to acknowledge the extraordinary team that made this program a great success. Dr. Prabhadev Kanana's vision and leadership in launching the program back in 2013. And specifically, Dr. Ramesh Rajagopalan, Hilary Paterson, Lainey Hoffman, and our student workers, Angel Lowe, Gabby Leo, and Dang Din. Their energy, passion, and commitment are unmatched. I know how much they care for each one of you, and they rejoice when you accepted our admissions offer. I'm literally, when we would get emails saying, yes, I accept, we would do high fives, fist bumps, and they cheer when we find out about a great job offer. This program couldn't happen at the level it does without their hard work and commitment. I need to add a special note on that commitment. This past week, we were able to celebrate a very special accomplishment of one of our own, Hilary Paterson. Hilary was named a winner of the Presidential Staff Excellence Award and was one of only a handful of staff people across the entire UT campus to receive her award and recognition directly from President Fenves in a ceremony just a week ago. Congratulations, Hilary. We're very, very proud of you. This program is truly interdisciplinary, and it cuts across information risk and operations management, marketing, finance, accounting, computer science, and engineering. And I thank all the faculty members across the campus who signed on to our proposal to be part of this program. And specifically, I want to thank the faculty here today, along with those who teach in the program who cannot be here, because the excellent education we can provide through this degree begins in the classroom with you. You are now our greatest ambassadors of our program, and your success is our success. We hope you bring talented students to our program, come back to recruit our students, and help spread our brand awareness for this MSBA program. Keep in touch, come back often, and we'll see you when you come back to hire our future graduates. It's now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Information Risk and Operations Management Department, Dr. Steve Gilbert, for some remarks. Dr. Gilbert is the Sam P. Woodson Jr. Centennial Memorial Professor in Business. He has a BS in Industrial Engineering from the University of Michigan, MS in Industrial Engineering from Stanford, and a PhD in Operations Management from MIT. Dr. Gilbert's research focuses on coordination in supply chains, especially in the presence of strategic consumers. As you might guess, he is heavily published in a variety of journals and is very active in Informs and the Production and Operations Management Society. Dr. Gilbert has served as department chair for IROM for the past year. Dr. Gilbert.
Thank you, Mike. Before I start, I'd like to say, Mike acknowledged a lot of people, rightfully so. Prabhadev, Ramesh, Hilary, Lainey, and all the students. I'd also like to acknowledge Mike. He's the director of the Master of Science in Business Analytics program, and he does a lot. So thank you, Mike. So you all arrived here just 11 months ago, and when you arrived, I remember I showed up at the orientation, and you might remember I congratulated you on a decision to join our program in the hopes of starting one of the most exciting careers that there is these days. At that time, what I didn't tell you is that we were hugely proud that you had decided to join us. You came not only... You were all very smart. You had very high GRE scores. The average was over 700. Your average GPA in your undergraduate institutions was above 3.6. So among all graduate programs, you're maybe the smartest that we have. So we were all very proud of you. And in addition to being smart, you were very diverse. We have people here who are from places like Caracas and Shanghai and Bangalore. And we also have some exotic locations, places like Baldwin City, Kansas, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think there's even some people here who are from Austin, Texas. So when you came, I welcomed you, and one of the things that I welcomed you with was that your time here would be filled with challenges, rewards, and excitement. You might remember one of the things that I said to you, I gave a quote from a movie that I really like. It's called A League of Our Own. It's a movie about a women's baseball team during World War II. And in the movie, there's a scene where one of the women is ready to quit. And she says, "I'm going to quit because it's too hard." And the character who plays the coach, played by Tom Hanks, Jimmy Dugan is his name in the movie, he says, "It's supposed to be hard. If this wasn't hard, everybody would do this." And I wasn't trying to scare you when I said that, but what I wanted you to do was think about the times that you would experience when you really had to struggle with a class or a project or some kind of challenge that you were facing. So I hope it had that effect on you, because it's not just in your graduate program that you'll experience times where you need to think about the fact that it's supposed to be hard. Things that are worth doing are often very hard. So the other thing that I told you was I asked that you try not to be an island, that you take advantage of the fact that when you're in graduate school, you have a really unique opportunity to make connections with people who will likely remain connected to for the rest of your lives. Some of your best friends you have probably met while you've been here in graduate school. So it's now 11 months later, and now I have the privilege of congratulating you on what you have accomplished in these past 11 months. And one thing I'll say is that you're leaving us to as many diverse industries and companies as the backgrounds that you came to us with. We have people who are going to work in healthcare, we have people going to work in finance and marketing, and we have people who are even doing things like sports analytics. Some of you are going to work in very well-known large companies like IBM, General Motors, Deloitte Consulting, Walmart. But there are others who are going to much smaller, innovative new firms like Revionics, GoPro, Intersys. So you're going to a huge diversity of places, but hopefully you'll remain connected to your friends and peers that you've met here while at UT. So as you go off, I want you to know that you've been a true delight to the faculty. You've made my job easier because our faculty really love teaching you, and that's a nice thing to have for me. So I know that you're going to go off, and I know you're going to do great things. I know you're going to make the university and your faculty here at UT quite proud of you. So now it's my pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to introduce Jay Hartzell. He is the 12th Dean of the McCombs School of Business. He holds a BS degree in Business Administration and Economics, cum laude, from Trinity University. After that, he came and got his PhD in finance here at the University of Texas at Austin. He then spent a couple of years at New York University's Stern School of Business, but then saw the light and came back and joined the faculty in the finance department here at UT in 2001. His most notable positions in the school include service as Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Chair of the Finance Department, Executive Director of the McCombs School's Real Estate Finance Investment Center. He's also established himself as a great and popular teacher and a world-renowned scholar. Dr. Hartzell holds the Centennial Chair in Business Education Leadership and the Trammell Crow Regents Professorship in Business, and his research focuses on real estate and real estate finance. Please join me in welcoming Dean Jay Hartzell.
Thank you very much, Steve, and let me just say it's a delight to be here. At the risk of going off script and therefore making mistakes, let me just say a couple of things overall about the program. First, I want to add my own personal congratulations. We're very proud of you. We're very proud of this program. I'm seated next to our Senior Associate Dean, Eric Hurst, and when Eric and I and the rest of the school administration go around and talk about this program, it's really become very, very quickly one of the trophy assets of the school and really the university. And both Steve and Mike talked about the quality that you all have as students, but I'm just so proud to sit and watch today and this is a really fun day, I think, for all of us to get to watch you walk across the stage and think where we've come from 3-4 years ago where this didn't exist and where we stand today, and it's really a tribute both to you and I think to the faculty and the leadership as well. So let me own thanks to Prabhat Kanana. Your early vision on this project, I think, was very much appreciated and insightful, and without you, I don't think we'd be probably here today. So thank you for that. We're very excited to have Steve now as department chair, and I'm sure Steve will continue this, and he shares our goal for this program to continue to be the top at what it is you do, and thanks as well to Mike. These things are labors largely of love, as Mike keeps reminding me, that he's not doing it for the money, and which we're grateful you're doing this for the love. But we really appreciate it. We're not going to talk later. But really, Mike and the staff. The other part that you realize, and I'm glad that everyone mentioned the staff. One of the things you don't realize as a professor really until you end up with certain kinds of roles is how great a staff we have in the McCombs School. And Lainey and Hilary, they're exemplary in that regard. So these things don't run themselves. So thank you all as well. So it's my honor and pleasure to join you, both parents, relatives, friends of the 2016 class of the MSBA program for this celebration. During your academic pursuits, you formed strong bonds with your classmates, built trust across different personalities, and extended your networks for years to come. You brought passion to your education, a passion I'm certain will translate to your success in your careers and into your future. As you make your way, it's my hope, all of our hope, that you will build upon that trust, value, and use those networks and reinvest that passion through your continued involvement in the school. Join the alumni network, accept a committee placement, serve on one of our boards, give of your time, talents, and your treasure. I would also like to take this point to thank all the individuals behind the scenes for those students, parents, friends, spouses, children. Graduate school can be an intense and very stressful time, as I'm sure all of you would agree. And I'm sure that some of you feel as though you went through this program as well as along with your graduate. Students, let's take a moment to recognize and thank those people here today who helped and supported you during your studies at UT. Our commencement speaker today is Mr. Rob High. Rob is one of the world's leaders in artificial intelligence, as well as a distinguished architect and technical strategist with a long history in distributed system component models. As the Vice President and Chief Technology Officer for IBM Watson, High leads the IBM team responsible for bringing cognitive computing to the world, supporting the development of deep natural language processing and other cognitive computing capabilities in the areas of speech, language, vision, and reasoning. Under his leadership, Watson is ushering in a new era in computing in which systems are able to interact in natural language, analyze large volumes of unstructured data, respond to complex questions with evidence-based answers, and discover new actionable patterns and insights. High is recognized as one of the world's most exceptional technical professionals and was named an IBM Fellow in 2008 for his pioneering work in the field of SOA and for his leadership of the SOA Foundation. It's my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Rob High to deliver our keynote address.
Very good, thank you. And my congratulations to you guys, too. Outstanding. I'm real pleased to be up here. And a warm thank you to the family and friends, faculty, administration, staff, and sponsors for all your support for these incredibly hardworking individuals. Let me ask you guys, when you think of your future, what do you think of? Do you think of your family, how you will form relationships, how you will raise your kids, how you will provide for them, or ensure they grow up healthy, or the issues they will face in life? Do you think about what work you will be doing, who you'll be working with and for, what you will accomplish, what you will find fulfilling, how you will contribute to society, or what success looks like for you? Do you think of the global issues that are bearing down on us, economic stability, environmental sustainability, political resolution, human justice? Do you think of business opportunities, of starting your own company, leading great companies, to achieving even better purpose or inspiring new innovation? Or do you think about your own well-being, your health, your prosperity, your intellectual and social development, your ability to make a difference? According to Soren Kierkegaard, life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Is that the way you see your future? You've just completed another major chapter in your life. You invested time and effort into furthering your own education, your own knowledge. You now have bona fides that acknowledge that accomplishment. But I'm certain that all of you did so with something in mind, some kind of goal. You were looking to the future and you knew that you could address that future better having done what you've just accomplished. This was just one step, one of many that you will take. But it was a big step. It took courage, it took sacrifice, effort, and perseverance. That by itself sets you apart. You were uniquely motivated to take this step because you felt that doing so was important to achieving something else, something that is still ahead of you, and maybe you have a sense of what that future will look like. There are many factors that will influence what our future will look like, many of which will be the result of other people that, like you, have a vision, have motivation, and are compelled to advance the world in their own way. Take, for example, the world of medicine, the work that Dr. Patrick Soon-Shin at UCLA is leading to decode the genetics of cancer, to put the body's own immune system to work in not just destroying cancer cells, but to go as far as to make the patient immune to any future occurrence of cancer, to cure cancer. This and other related work promises to eliminate the cancer as a disease. Or the work that Dr. Joanne Kurtzberg at Duke University is doing to treat pediatric and acquired agenetic brain injuries with hematopoietic stem cell transplants. Or the related work by Dr. Richard Burt at Northwestern University on regenerative medicine used to treat autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, myasthenia gravis, and many others. These advances will enable us to completely regrow any organs, any bone or tissue, or even correct deficiencies in our own immune system. Or the work that's being done by Dr. Linda Chin at the UT Systems Institute of Health Transformation, which is leveraging social, mobile, cloud, and cognitive technologies to personalize healthcare delivery and democratize clinical expertise for diabetes and other chronic disease patients. All of these and many other efforts are going to completely transform how we diagnose, treat, manage, and cure diseases throughout the United States and the world. Over the next couple of decades, people in every walk of life will live healthier, longer, and more productive lives. Or let's turn to the role of information computing in our lives. Who could imagine even 10 years ago the impact that smartphones would have on the fabric of our life? Can you feel the familiar weight of your own phone in your pocket or purse? Are you just itching to pull it out and check your email or Facebook page? Maybe some of you are looking up some of the things I just said about advances in medicine on the internet right now. That was you? No doubt a bunch of you have or will pull it out to post images of today on Snapchat. Just think of how much information will be produced at just this one event. Pictures, videos, tweets, text messages, emails. Maybe you'll blog about the experience tonight. Hundreds of you from just this one place at this one time. Now multiply that by everything that's going on today, here across Austin, across Texas, across the United States, across our entire globe. We estimate that in 2015, 2.5 exabytes of data was produced every single day. That's 2.5 billion characters of information being produced. That's equivalent, if you're having trouble with that number, that's equivalent to about 6.25 billion Harry Potter books being written every single day. Don't ask me which volume. It's an approximation. But that's occurring every single day. Now, not all of that is written text. A lot of it is in the form of messages and tweets and blogs, emails, papers, some of your own, presumably, articles, books, and so forth. A lot of it is audio recordings and photo and video images. A lot of it is data being generated by IoT, the Internet of Things, devices, our thermostats, our wearable health monitors, cars, other industrial devices that are constantly monitoring their own condition as well as the environment around us. By 2020, in the next 4 years, we expect that to grow to 44 zettabytes. That's 4 orders of magnitude more data being produced every single day. Now, who do you think is reading or looking at all that information? How much of the information is being lost because there just isn't time to assimilate it all? We estimate that for a doctor to read all the research reports and articles published in their own field of medicine every week will require they spend 160 hours a week to get through it all. There's only 168 hours in the week. So either they're incredibly good at multitasking, or, more likely, they're making a lot of medical decisions without the benefit of the very latest advances in their own area of discipline. And we're all in that situation, whether we're making profound decisions about our health, wealth, and family, or more tactical decisions about where we're going to go to celebrate tonight. That's what's driving the demand for advances in analytic and cognitive computing. Information systems that can crawl through mountains of information, reading through the text and images to interpret their real intention and meaning like we would, to figure out what's relevant and what's not, to assimilate and create inferences, to bring the best, latest, and most significant insights to our attention, to inspire us to new ideas, to new perspectives, to psychologically activate our own creativity and cognition. These advances are going to completely transform how we create, find, and use information to make better decisions and improve the world around us. But let's go back to our experiences with mobile devices, your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop. We're about to experience a major shift in our mobile experience. Embodied cognition is about to enter our lives. Robots. I don't mean the kind that welded and painted our car at the factory, nor the oversized rolling hockey puck that sweeps our living room floors. I mean social robots. Robots like Aldebaran's Pepper and Blue Frog's Buddy, InTouch's Vita and Saviok's Savvy One, Hanson's Robotics' Little Einstein, and any of another 100 robotic products that are now in development. These robots will create a presence in our hotel lobbies, in our stores, in our offices, in our homes. They will embody the cognitive computing capabilities that I spoke of earlier, to sift through mountains of information to help us answer our most pressing questions, to give us insights to help us make better decisions. These robots will be able to help us in other ways, guiding us in the right direction, helping protect our homes, delivering our essentials, even doing our cooking and cleaning for us. These things are becoming a reality now. Yes, iRobot's Roomba and Amazon's Echo are early examples, but even more advanced forms of social robotics are emerging. Day one orders of Aldebaran's Pepper sold out in Japan in 1 hour. Jibo will be commercially available this summer. Elemental Path's Cognitoy educational dinosaur is taking pre-orders now. Experiments are underway at a hotel in Virginia using a robot to assist with concierge tasks. And the embodiment of cognition won't be limited to just humanoid devices moving around in your homes and offices. Embodiment will occur in the form of rooms, spaces, even our own transportation, as intelligent homes, avatars, and connected and autonomous, that is self-driving cars. We're already seeing examples of this. These advances are going to change how we relate to our environment, how we care for our parents, how we care for ourselves, how we even relate to one another. If we measure the number of smartphones by the number of people in the world, we will be measuring the number of robots by the number of places that people occupy. They will make us more productive, they will make us more social, they will free us up from certain tasks, while at the same time enabling us to perform other tasks that we couldn't do previously. This is just a small sampling of all the advances that are now occurring across many different domains. These things are going to shift society as we know it. They're going to force us to reevaluate our own humanity. They will impose economic and social disruptions in ways that we can't really estimate at this time. Will we see workforce decline? I don't think so, not at a macro level, but we will see workforce dislocation. For every job that is no longer needed, we will see other opportunities arise for those able and willing to adapt. For every business that goes away, others will replace it to create or take advantage of new markets, new opportunities, new innovations. People will live longer. On the one hand, we will need to be able to feed people for longer. The global population will continue to grow and increase demands on our available resources. On the other hand, people will remain productive longer. They will be more knowledgeable and creative. They will find ways to solve society's problems in a novel and more responsible ways. We will learn to be better stewards of our environment and find more productive and sustainable use of our resources. And you are better prepared than ever to help society make these changes, to make these transitions for better or worse. You, better than most, are equipped to recognize the opportunities that arise, the risks that lurk, the trade-offs, and the skills for leading teams, companies, and entire markets through the transition that is inevitable. But to do so is going to require that you reach inside yourself, to know your inner passion, to decide what matters to you, and to have a vision for how you will play out your future. I ask only one thing from you, that you wake up every morning and ask yourself this one simple question. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Don't wait. Don't wait to apply your vision. Don't wait to take each step forward. Don't wait to make a difference, to help society through the transitions being imposed on it. Don't wait. As Albert Einstein said, strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Embrace our world, our existence, our potential, and our flaws. Take what you've learned, who you've become, to make our world and our presence in it better. Be valuable. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Rob, for your remarks and your support of our program. It's now time for the Commencement Awards. We asked our current class to vote on an outstanding student and an outstanding faculty member to be celebrated at today's commencement ceremony. Hilary Paterson will help me recognize the outstanding student. So this year has proved to be a challenging one for many of our students. I'll say most of our students. They're required to balance a course load much heavier than what most graduate students carry while working their way through a rigorous recruitment process. When we asked all of our students to select a member of their class to receive an Outstanding Student Award, we asked them to have 3 criteria in mind: academic performance, teamwork, and positive impact on the class. Here are some quotes regarding this year's recipient. Diligent worker, helpful to classmates and good academically, works very hard and is extremely kind and approachable, extremely hardworking, calm and composed demeanor and very helpful too, super smart and sweet to others. We're happy to announce this year's Outstanding Student of the Year, Bejan Sedegian. Bejan, would you please come to the stage and accept your award? Or you can do that. So please accept this on behalf of your classmates with the gratitude of our staff. You want the microphone?
Well, thank you guys for voting me here. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of our teachers and everybody who supported this program.
All right.
So, thank you.
And he's concise, too. Congratulations, Bejan. I will now introduce you to Ben Grizz. Ben represented this program in the Graduate Student Assembly, and we thought it appropriate that he present the award to our Outstanding Faculty Member of 2016 as selected by our students. Ben?
Thank you, Dr. Hassler. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to all the people, both family and friends, that have supported us over the course of this year, and to those who have made the trip today. It is my honor to present the MSBA 2016 Outstanding Faculty Award. But first, I would like to thank the faculty as a whole. We owe every single one of you the utmost gratitude for all the time and effort you have given toward our development. Your guidance, commitment, and energy have propelled us through this whirlwind of a year. The influence you've had in our lives is undeniable, and your impact will not be forgotten. We hope to make you proud in the coming years as a testament to the strength of your teaching and of your leadership. The wisdom and compassion you bring to this program have laid the foundation for our successes both here and beyond, and for that we thank you. Today, we recognize someone who many students have described as the best professor they've ever had. Dr. Kumar Muthuraman is an adept teacher who fully invested in the students you see here today. His emphasis on improving our ability to work with less familiar colleagues shows the level of care and attention to detail he put into his class. It was this thoughtfulness, together with his supreme teaching ability, that made each day in stochastic control and optimization a truly remarkable experience. As one of my classmates put it, many professors are brilliant, but what sets Professor Muthuraman apart is his ability to communicate his brilliance in terms that can be easily understood by students. Another student said, he carries the whole class forward and instills confidence. I would just like to quickly point out that these comments were all submitted before we had to take his final exam last week. In a program where we were grinding each day to figure out what exactly we were doing, Professor Muthuraman was able to cultivate our intuition for why we were doing it. He knew every student's name. He knew every student's name by heart, which enabled him to engage and connect with each student on a personal level. My peers and I raved all spring about his ability to read the classroom, understand what we were struggling with, and figure out exactly what needed to be clarified. One student said he has figured out the perfect pace of teaching and the perfect way to impart the content, and another called his class the perfect course. So without further ado, on behalf of the students of the 2016 MSBA cohort, I would like to present the Outstanding Faculty Award to the inspirational Dr. Kumar Muthuraman.
Congratulations, everyone, and thank you all for this. This is truly an honor. You know what this means? It gives me much less incentive to improve my handwriting for next year. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time to individually recognize the members of the McCombs School of Business, MS Business Analytics, graduating class of 2016. Sneha Agarwal. Nalini Agarwal. Zach Aldrich. Stephen Allen. Ramisai Avula. Zachary Jace Barton. Zarif Bayabani. Matt Bonfonte. Matthew Brugman. Landon Chambers. Majulika Chowdhury. Leon Chen. Justin Cheng. Vivian Chu. Bob Cook. Bonnie Gail Daniel. Vijay Kumar Ganapathy. Julian Gadiali. Kevin James Gregory. Benjamin Grizz. Alexander Grubbs. Holly Jones. Eric Conkey. Vijay Kasturi Rangan. James Craik. Shreyas Krishnan Srikanth. Daniel Lai. Brian T. Lakey. Drew Lieberman. Gregory Merchant. Alexandria Nguyen. Anag Paul. Dwani Parak. Kathleen Pask. Lee Carter Pearson. Suraj Tata Prasad. Andrew Rubin. Bejan Lee Sedegian. Francisco Sinanes. Abhishek Sangavi. Reshma Sakar. Sanchit Shalin. Karthik Sharma. Sarvath Sharma. Ada Wenyu Shi. Anchit Singh. Samruti Somani. Mayur Srinivasan. Gabriel Rutia. Yuan Wang. Carlton M. Washburn. Molly Jane Wolf. Julia Wu. Dan Zalewski. Michael Zhang. Vicky Jijing Yang. Zhang. Sorry. How about a round of applause for the entire class? Okay, first a little housekeeping before we call it quits. Immediately after the end, we will meet outside at the plaza after we sing The Eyes of Texas, and we'll meet for a group photo. So please, as you exit and go to the right where the fountain is, just below the fountain at the plaza, we'll take a group photo. So please meet there. Everybody is welcome to join us, please, at the Alumni Center, which is just on past the fountain. And the Alumni Center there on San Jacinto. Please join us for a reception to help us congratulate our graduates. And now, it is tradition that we join our new graduates in singing The Eyes of Texas. And the words, if you're not familiar with them, or if you're an Aggie, are in the back of the program. So please, and for those of you who haven't sung it before, it's like I've been working on the railroad, so it's not that tough. So please stand and join us, and remain standing during the faculty procession.